Hey guys, Kelly Walker Slaughter here, your host of Warren First 931.
And I'm your friend from North Bryan Carr. And guys, I am at home. Kelly has allowed me to convalesce. So if I have any boogers, please let me know.
Yeah, for every booger we see, it's a shot of cough syrup on everybody else's end. Like they do on Watch What Happened Live. Every time you hear this, take a shot. Anywho, with that said, we want to welcome you to our Monday Motivational, starting off our February month episode on this fabulous second day out of the year. Guys, but first, of course, always, we love to start off with our community weather sponsors. So here is their quick commercial, and we'll get right into it.
Reddick Brown Ford right here in Morrison, Tennessee. In the nursery capital of the world, you need a truck that works as hard as you do. At Reddick Brown Ford, we understand growers, landscapers, and nursery owners because we serve Warren County every single day. From Ford Super Duty trucks to dependable commercial fleet, we help you haul, tow, and grow your business with confidence. Our team also knows your industry, your season, and your bottom line. So when it's time for your next work truck, don't go far from home. Reddick Brown Ford, proud to support the nursery community. Veteran owned and operated right here in Warren County.
You can't hear me. Now you can. All right. Thanks again to our community weather sponsors, which, of course, is Reddick Brown Ford. Thank you so much for all that you do. Currently, right now in McMinnville, we are at 33 degrees. Even though it still may feel like it's 10 degrees off, like it's 23, that's because of this wind chill that is slightly coming through in the Warren County community area. But today's high today, guys, will be 45, and tonight's low will be 22. Sunny conditions are expected till 9 a.m. today, and the lowest feel for today will be 22 degrees around 7 a.m. So, with that said, as future forecast says, tomorrow, buckle up, get your rain gear ready, because we have a 90% chance of some showers. Brian, what's on your end?
Oh, well, hey, look, with the weekly weather being the way it is, you've got the rain tomorrow, but you're going to have cold temperatures throughout the week. Friday having a high of 52. But with saying that, today is a very special day because it is Groundhog Day, and we want to thank you, Reddick Brown Ford, for being our weather sponsor and allowing us to be able to talk about awesome things like that. Yes, but we did have reports this morning, and I'm going to pull us up here right now for what's gone on just recently, just here this morning. We got reports that say, in the shadow of a bittery cold winter, Punxsutawney Phil has made his prediction. More winter. Groundhog Day, the annual holiday, which falls this year, comes after another winter storm hit parts of the U.S. As the tradition goes, if the groundhog sees his shadow, we'll have 6 more weeks of winter.
Hold on. You did your – can you hear me?
I hear you. I hear you fine.
Brian. You're good. No.
You see me? I'm here. Well, I'll just keep going, guys. So the Groundhog Day made his prediction at Gobbler's Knob in Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania, about 80 miles from Pittsburgh. And every year, thousands gather to celebrate the holiday and Punxsutawney Phil's prediction. At around 7:25 Eastern time this morning, as a crowd stood in minus 2-degree weather, Punxsutawney Phil did see his shadow and predicted that there would be 6 more weeks of winter. And so that's what we got to look forward to, is another 6 weeks of winter.
Hey, hold on one second, Brian. Hold on. Everybody missed it started freezing up when you started talking about how I feel. So I don't know if it's on my end or your end. We are going to be switching the internet here in just a second.
Okay.
I don't know if it was me or you on the internet. So hold on one second.
Got a few comments here. Oh,
yeah, if you want to throw a comment.
Yeah. We got Shirley watching. Good morning, Miss Shirley. Good to see you this morning. And Stacy Hart says, "Boo, no more winter." I know, boo for the old snowman, but no, that's what it looks like. Punxsutawney Phil. He has been wrong before in the past, but I mean, a lot of people love to trust the groundhog. But that's what we got going on this February 2nd is Punxsutawney Phil's prediction of 6 more weeks of winter.
All right, hold on one second, guys. We're gonna switch our internet. All right, we're back. We're on our Wi-Fi.
Oh yes, that's awesome.
Yeah. So thank you to stay. I am team heart on that. I hate this. Again, we had enough snow. I'm sorry, guys. I built my snowman. I made my snow angels, and I made my snow cream. So I'm good. I'm good. But with that said, talk about how he saw his shadow once again, if you don't mind.
Oh, okay. So, what's really neat about this tradition is that it's been going on for a long time, and about 80 miles outside of Pittsburgh. If you've never been to Pittsburgh, Pittsburgh's a lot like McMinnville in the sense that it's got three rivers that run through it. So you've got a lot of waterways, but you got a lot of hills, and it's a very beautiful area. But just about 80 miles away from it, there's a place called Poxitani, and it's an Indian name, and you've got this tradition of people pulling out this groundhog, and if he sees his shadow and goes back in, we get 6 more weeks of winter. So apparently, if he doesn't see his shadow, if he stays outside, then we're going to have a mild winter for the rest of the time. But they're saying it's going to be a pretty tough winter this year, and I don't know who actually makes the call, if it's the mayor or whatnot. I don't know if they've really got the fix in already. Maybe they've been giving Phil some snacks or something, or who knows. But no, that's all a great tradition, and this is always fun because February, it's wintertime. There's not a lot to do, but this is an annual tradition that everybody can get excited for. So thank you, Poxitani Phil, and all the great people of Poxitani. But yeah, boo winter, Stacy Hart. I'm right.
But again, with that said, if you have not seen the video, make sure you check it out. We'll share it here later on after the show's all said and done. But we wish you a happy Groundhog's Day 2026. Coming up. Oh, sorry.
You're fine.
You click what I apologize. You do what you just did. I was trying to unclick my thing. My bad. Me and Brian are like always on the same wavelength when we do this separate.
It's scary.
But we have an amazing guest on for today for this Motivational Monday, because coming up in about 30 to 45 minutes, this inspirational health walk. I don't know a lot about it. I saw it over the weekend, and I was like, we've got to get them on. We have Jessica Hartman. She's going to come and talk about this walk that they're going to be in at the 3-Star Mall today at 10 a.m. And so when we come back from break, we're going to have our special in-studio guest. And remember, Warren County, keep it first.
Or taking out, we've got something for everyone. From our mouth-watering brisket, baby back ribs, juicy ribeye steaks, specialty sandwiches, and fried chicken tenders. Your taste buds are in for a treat.
Don't forget our weekly specials. Monday, spaghetti or hamburger steak. Tuesday, meatloaf or barbecue chicken pork. Wednesday, pork loin or Salisbury steak. Thursday, smoked chicken halves or country fried steak. Friday, fried catfish or Cajun catfish on rice.
Whether you're feeding hundreds at a company picnic or meeting a friend for lunch, you can count on Praters to satisfy your taste buds.
Call us at 635-2259 and taste the tradition at Praters Barbecue. 30 years of excellence.
All right, guys, welcome back to Warren First 931. I'm your host of the show, Kelly Walker Slaughter. I guess Brian's going to sit back and do some production work. Just smile and nod. I think that's what you're doing. Yep, okay. But with me, I have Miss Jessica Hartman with us. And just tell everybody what the group, the organization, what's this all called? Let's start there.
Okay, we're called the Collective Heart of Beautiful Souls.
Okay, and what is that exactly?
So our mission is to promote mental wellness and community kindness, and just having a sense of belonging.
I love that. And so by doing that, is this the first initial walk?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so tell everybody what you're doing today.
Okay. So I'm going to do this walk 3 times a week on Monday, Wednesdays and Fridays.
Okay.
We'll meet at 10 o'clock inside the mall
Okay.
at the benches in front of Rose's.
Okay.
We'll have a small mental health discussion. Anybody that has any thoughts, questions, or anything, are more than welcome to ask. And then we'll get up and we'll just mindfully walk.
Yeah, you do your own little thing, so you can bring your earbuds or whatever, so you can just walk quietly. And I love that. What made you decide to do this? Because I know you've done so many projects. So why this?
I've always had a passion for mental health.
Mm-hmm.
I know we started off with the bookstore, the Well-Read Bean. My mother-in-law, she had passed away and she was an avid reader. My father-in-law just wanted to do something with her books and something with community. And he finally come to where he was satisfied with everything. And so we tried to make the turn for a local community center that was nonprofit. We're still in the works of nonprofit.
Okay, I was going to say.
So we've not gave up.
Okay, that's great.
And so now I'm going to do the walks, and we're going to have a support group on Tuesday, adult children of alcoholics and dysfunctional families at 4 at the Smart Assembly of God in the Victory Building is where we're going to start. Okay. And on Thursday, I'm going to do a peer-led sexual abuse survivor support group for women 18 and older. Okay, well, there you go. And stuff like that, again, if they need to reach out to you, how can they be in contact? The Facebook page, they can message me on Facebook. My phone number is posted. Facebook and the phone. Social media and your cell phone. Yes, ma'am. And what's the number, do you know? 931-314-4565. So, guys, if you have any questions on everything that Miss Hartman just talked about, please message her at that number, or you can always give us a call and we will forward you over that information as well. Jessica, it was such a pleasure having you on the show. Thank you. And anytime you ever need to use our platforms of any kind, please let us know. Yes, ma'am. Thank you for this opportunity. I really appreciate it. Oh, you're welcome. Guys, we are going to come back right quick from a word from our sponsors. And when we do, more things to come here in Warren County and beyond. But remember, keep it first.
Count on the Get It Done Auction Company, the Donald Hillis Realty and Auction Company. In business since 1991, they specialize in residential and commercial real estate with emphasis on farms and land. They can help you with estate settlements, business liquidations, and farm dispersals, including land, livestock, and equipment. Donald Hillis Realty and Auction Company, representing more and more families in estate auctions each and every day. Call 473-7774 or visit donaldhillisrealty.com. Firm 2273.
At Reddick Brown Ford, we're all about serving our Ford and Lincoln family. Enjoy our unbeatable oil change specials. Just $34.95 up to 6 quarts for synthetic blends and $119.95 up to 13 quarts for diesels. No appointment necessary. Plus, we offer convenient pickup and delivery services for everything from oil change to rapid repairs. Need battery replacements or wipers? We've got you covered with our mobile service.
This is Jonathan Beavers. I'm the new sales manager here at Reddick Brown Ford on Highway 55. I'm born and raised here my whole life. I'm very supportive and dedicated with over 10 years of automotive experience. Check out our expanding pre-owned inventory on our website or come drive by.
Text us at 931-668-2177. Experience transparency and carefree service like never before. Your satisfaction is our priority. We want to be your number one local go-to dealership.
Fall is here, and it's the perfect time for planting. Visit Randall Walker Farms at 8240 Manchester Highway in Morrison, Tennessee. From fresh plants to seasonal favorites, we have everything you need to beautify your home or project this fall. Available for both retail and wholesale. Looking for something sweet? Don't miss out on our delicious frozen blueberries. Stop by and see us 6 days a week, Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. For more information, call 931-635-9535 or email rwalkerfarms@benlomond.net. Get ready for fall with Randall Walker Farms, where fall planning begins.
Welcome back, Warren First 931. I'm Kelly Walker Slaughter. Can't hear you.
I'm your buddy Brian Carr from up north, and if you haven't been joining us, guys, school is out.
Yes, I was
Summer.
going to say, and we do get a lot of messages about the schools in our surrounding counties, school closings, and I wanted to pull that up right quick on my end. I do know I get notified from several of our surrounding counties. So as of right now, Cannon County is closed. Scrolling through, look and see. Coffee County looks like they stayed open. Let's see. DeKalb County school closed this morning. Grundy County schools are closed. Let's see.
Van Buren County schools are closed. I imagine they are, with as much precipitation that they had on top of the mountain.
Right. Putnam County closed. We're on the S's now. Van Buren County closed today. Warren County school closed today. And White County is closed today.
We're in good company.
Yes. And guys, if you don't get those text alerts and you want to be alerted about school closures in any of those areas that we also talk about Coffee County, Manchester City schools, Franklin County. I didn't see them on the list, but before I say that, let me go back. I want to make sure because I think I did skip over Franklin. Yeah, no, Franklin County is open today. But we do cover all those because we have people not just in Warren County that listen to our show, but the surrounding areas because they travel here to work or they travel, there to go to work. So, but be a part of that text club by simply text messaging 81010 with the, that's the number. And then in the message, put the @ symbol Warren 931. Now, I will tell you guys because I noticed this the other day, and I want to make sure you guys get this. So there are some phones where you have to download the Remind app. I don't want to show the person's name, but it pops this up to me when it sends. So if you haven't downloaded the Remind app, you may not be receiving these. And so I want to make sure because I've noticed that, and again, this is at no extra cost. Okay. So if you want to get a text message from us, download the Remind app. The easiest way is to text that and then follow the steps. And it's going to tell you how to do it. Also, too, nice reminder. Thank you, Brian. If you would like us to put you on the prayer list, we want to thank, of course, our prayers on Mondays. Anytime we actually pray now, because you never know when you need to pray, is sponsored by Living Word Fellowship. If you did not check out their live feed, as I watch their live feed each Sunday, the pastor did a great sermon on, he was talking about, and now I've slept since then, about, if somebody came in with a high amount of money and they were like, I'm going to give you X amount of dollars, but you want to build, but you got to build this big building. And at the end of the day, it's not about, everybody's just worried about that money. It's not just, I'm not saying churches in general, but in order to be enticing now, it seems like for church organizations, you have to be this big, extravagant building. Like you got to be extra. And it's not all about that. It's not about the numbers. It's all about, as long as you put your faith in God, and you give it to God, things will come your way in so many amounts and then some. You just got to trust Him at the end of the day. But if you do have a prayer request that you would like us to put on our list, please let us know because at the end of this show, we always like to start our day off with praying for the beginning of the week, and we love praying at the end of the week. Speaking of answered prayers, Brian, I didn't know if you kept up with our story that we did with the Homeland Community Bank branch out in the Morrison location on Railroad Street. That was the building next to, that is actually joining into with Morrison Hardware Store. And I want to make sure, like, I say this exactly to a T for you guys, because we were following that so graciously. And we want to thank the dispatchers, the constables, and folks that, in the Morrison Hardware folks and more, that called in, messaged us, kept us informed of what was going on in a timely fashion. But at 7 o'clock in the morning, I get a message from not one, but three different groups that said, hey, there's a fire out in the Morrison area located at, thank you, Brian, at the Morrison branch at Homeland Community Bank. And essentially it all started with the alarm going off in the stairwell, followed by when the at the time, the fire department could not get there. That was close by because they were dispatched at another accident location. But when the other responders did get to come, it was hard to see through the doors because there was so much black smoke. They said you couldn't see through. It was you couldn't see it. And so that's why you see in this picture right here at the top, you see a firefighter, because they had to break in from the top and go down to start with the fire, because that's how they didn't know where the fire initially, started at this point. The alarms did go off in the stairwell, but you have to be careful because there's so many at that point. The fire was going on for at least 10 to 15 minutes before the firefighters could reach that area. And so hold on one second, guys.
Ultimately, I mean, thank God no one was hurt, but that they had to go through this process of getting the bank. And, you've got two businesses. You got two separate businesses. You got a bank on one side, and then you've got our good friends at Morrison Hardware. And I love that little family that owns that.
Yeah.
The Kings, they're such wonderful people. Those little redheaded girls, oh, I love their commercials. They're the best spokesmen. I'd buy them every day.
So I'm just going to read you, because this is, of course, on the front page of our local voice this morning. In Morrison, Tennessee, a morning fire at Homeland Community Bank, Morrison branch on Railroad Street was brought under control Tuesday after, sorry, I should fix that, not Tuesday. I'm telling you the story today. Was controlled after a coordinated response from multiple emergency agencies. The initial call came in shortly before 7 a.m. from the bank's alarm company reporting motion detection in the stairwell. The deputies that arrived on scene observed heavy smoke and visible flames, prompting an immediate response from fire crews and law enforcement. Authorities urged motorists to avoid the area as emergency responders worked. By 7:47 a.m., fire officials confirmed that the blaze has been contained to the bank, with crews actively hitting the hot spots. And what they had to do, guys, when actively hitting these hot spots, when they came through the ceiling, they had to tear down wall after wall until they got to make sure they hit all the hot spots. They had to do a thorough, so to my knowledge and to what I have been told by dispatchers and such, that there has been a lot of damage done in the bank. So I don't know if they're going to, when it's going to be actively opened up. But as a precaution, nearby structures were checked and ultimately found unaffected. Minutes later at 7:50 a.m., officials verified that the fire was under control. Firefighters remained on the scene throughout the morning, cutting sections of interior walls to ensure that the fire was completely extinguished and to prevent any hidden hotspots from reigniting. There was heavy black smoke. Damage was visible on the building's windows and doors, and crews pumped a significant amount of water into the upper level of the stairwell, water that later flowed back down through the structure. To ensure responder safety and support firefighter efforts, Caney Fork Electric Cooperative temporarily cut the power off to that area. The smoke alarms could still be heard sounding inside the building as crews continued monitoring the conditions. At the 8:30 a.m. final update, officials confirmed that the fire remained contained with no additional structures affected. Emergency personnel said that they would stay on site until they were confident that all remaining spots were extinguished. No injuries were reported because thankfully this was on a Sunday that nobody was there in any of the building. That was godly right there. Um, Representatives of the bank were on the scene as the response transitioned into the monitoring and assessment phase. Officials thanked all the responding departments for the swift, coordinated action and said further updates would be shared on the information will be confirmed. So, again, kudos to everybody that responded to that and acted swiftly. We Once we got on the show that morning, I'm friends with Leslie and Chuck King, and I messaged Leslie instantly when I found out what was going on. She was there on the scene. That's where these photos came from. So I want to say thank you to her on sending me out those photos. She did tell me as of that morning, and I wanted to read her message verbatim because I just want to make sure that we get the information out and be as transparent as possible. Contained to the bank only, no damage to us or the part of our building. She said everything looks good. She just said her hands were numb from, texting because it was so cold outside. So, again, thank you to everybody that tuned into our live feed yesterday morning, and prayed with us again, God answers prayers, guys.
Amen.
I really, truly feel like that this could have been worse, and it wasn't. And so kudos to everybody. Now, of course, I do want to add them to our list, Homeland Community Bank, on what is going to be the future for that spot. And hopefully they can get it up and running because there's people that work there weekly. That was a busy spot for that Homeland or for that Morrison community area. And I'm writing this down right now. Okay.
That it was. Yeah. Again, the King family, and I don't know if it's going to set them back much, but thank goodness that she was able to report and let us know that there was minimum damage, especially this time of year, Kelly, with storm season. I'm sure that they've been like every other hardware store, like our good friends at Supreme Building Supply. They have been helping the community out, provide the things that are needed, from rock salt to chainsaws to everything else. And speaking of chainsaws, guys, if you're looking for chainsaws, our good friends at Benville Lawn and Garden still have a few. If you need to go ahead and get some of those steel chainsaws, make sure to visit our good friends at Benville Lawn and Garden, because with all the icy temperatures and with all the stuff that's been going on, falling trees and things like that, people have been trying to clear out as much as they can. But you don't want of our beloved hardware stores, especially that service that community, to be down at especially this time of year with all the winter stuff that's been going on.
And I was trying to see, because I know that with school being canceled, I didn't know if everybody was going to sleep in or not. So I do apologize. But we may have Leslie King, come back on and talk to us real quickly. But before that happened, Brian, I don't know if you were aware of this. The night before that Saturday night, there was a unfortunate event that happened at the liquor store. A juvenile was charged in an overnight shooting here in Benville. Authorities are now investigating a shooting reported overnight on Saturday that resulted in injuries to a local resident and led to the arrest of a juvenile suspect. According to the law enforcement, a 17-year-old juvenile has been charged with reckless endangerment and aggravated assault after allegedly discharging a firearm and striking the driver of a vehicle. The victim, Jaden Hendershot, was seated in the driver's seat at the same time the incident and was struck in the buttocks. Officials say that the juvenile fled the scene following the shooting, but was later located by law enforcement and taken into custody. Formal charges have since been filed. The investigation remains active, and authorities have indicated that additional details may be released as the case progresses. So, again, listen, I love doing media coverage and stuff, but I like talking about the happy stuff. But this does happen, unfortunately. And I hope, yeah, I hope and pray that this situation, gets contained. And it was just, I'm hearing that it might have been accidental. I'm also hearing on the other side, no, it was not. So we are going to stick with this story and figure out and get more details as it develops. But
Any way it goes, somebody needs to be prayed for. Both the person who did the shooting and the person who definitely got shot. Don't know. I mean, nighttime in a liquor store. A lot of people have thrown that up on social media. Never a great combination. Never a good place to do things like that. But I want to make sure that everybody is aware of the injury. But again, let's pray for both parties involved.
Right. We're going to take another quick break from a word from our sponsors, but when we get back, we have more things to come, like talking about the McMinnville Special Games, how they kicked off their this past weekend with their scrimmage at Westwood Church of Christ. And so I'm going to get to show you pictures of that and more. But remember, Warren County,
keep it first.
Serving the people of this region for 53 years, and we are fully committed to the people and the communities that place their trust in us. McMinnville in Warren County is just one of the 9 counties that we serve. With 4 convenient branch locations, along with 7 ATM and ITM locations, you can be assured that Citizens Tri-County Bank is close by. Committed to you and committed to the communities we serve. It truly is what makes Citizens Tri-County Bank the only community bank you'll ever need. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
This is David Moore with Supreme Building Products. We've been your one-stop shopping center for lumber and building supplies since 1963. We're a family-owned business and operated and proudly served Warren County for over 50 years. At Supreme, it's not just about great prices, but it's about exceptional service. Our customers are what's always supreme. From lumber to roofing to plumbing and paint, we have everything you need to build your dream home from the ground up. Whether you're a contractor, a homeowner, or a weekend warrior, our knowledgeable staff is ready to assist you at our state-of-the-art drive-through lumberyard. Visit us, please, at the corner of Highway 70 and North Spring Street. There's something for everyone at Supreme Building Products, where quality and customers come first, and the coffee's always free. And always be sure to shop local. Call us, please, at 473-9564.
Where we say the customer's always supreme. Supreme Building Products. Your one-stop shop for all your building needs. From the showroom to the lumberyard, a builder's dream. Professional sales and a great location with your guaranteed satisfaction. Where we say the customer's always supreme. Supreme Building Products. Supreme Building Products.
welcome back, Warren First 931. I'm Kelly Walker Slaughter.
And I'm Brian Carr.
And right as we said, prayer request, thank you, Stacy Hart. I'm adding Miss Shirley
Cataflu.
Cataflu? Never seen that, but we'll go with it. And is my pastor's wife and is in the hospital in Murfreesboro. They are running tests today. Pray that they find nothing and send her home today.
Yes.
Yes. So I've added to her on that list. So I wanted to, Friday, or no, sorry, got to go back. Oh, yes.
Oh, thank you, Miss Tina.
Yes, Brian is also on our list today to get to feeling better because he's not, I don't need his cooties.
Yeah, hey, look, that's another thing, guys. With all this stuff that's going around, if we can keep it to a minimum, and I'm a hugger. Oh, I'm a get in your personal space type person. I apologize up front, but no, if we can limit the sickness, and because this is on top of the dry throat and everything, everybody's running their heat and burning out all the moisture. So let me tell you what Kelly's fixed me up with this morning. I don't know that you can see it, but in the background, I've got a big pot of boiling water rolling on there, and I can already tell there's a little more moisture in the house here now. So thank you, Kelly, and thank you, Miss Tina. And then we've got so many other folks to pray for on top of that. But Kelly, you started in on a big show or a big thing that went on this weekend at the Westwood Church of Christ. Hey, we went to say good morning to Lanisa earlier, and good morning to our good friend Junior Petit over at Jay's Restaurant.
Yes. So the Westwood held the first. It's the McMinnville Special Games Basketball Buddies. Me and my son Walker, we have volunteered this year to be a part of that, and it was so much. It's been a very fun experience. I have helped out Holly on a lot of media marketing stuff, like getting word out there. But I've always wanted to be more than just that. I wanted to volunteer. So with that said, me and my son are a part of the Basketball Buddies program that they do. That is the black team. And then the next, and that's their first ever cheerleader team.
Yes.
And then, of course, I think it's the silver team or the gray team is the other photos you're going to see. But this is just a couple of the photos. But this past weekend was their first scrimmage, and it was a jam-packed facility, guys. And each of these kids are so phenomenal, and the excitement that they get for when they make a basket. And this is not necessarily a traditional basketball game. They do it as closely as possible, but they give kids numerous chances to shoot the basket because, when I make a basket or do something right, the feeling, the endorphins I get, there's no telling what again, it's just such an exciting time, and it's a great activity to do. But starting this Saturday on, they're going to be having games at, and I didn't bring the paperwork with me. Is that the Pentecostal church that's over there past Northside? Is that, or you know what I'm talking about? On Yeager Road?
Oh,
I want to say it's the Pentecostal church, I'm pretty sure. But they have a gymnasium over there. After you pass Northside Baptist Church on Yeager Road, you just keep going. And that next church on your left-hand side, they are going to be hosting all the games over there unless something crazy changes. But every Saturday at 10 o'clock is when the games start. And they're about an hour and a half, 2 hour long games. And it's just a great time. We had an amazing experience. That picture with that's the Methodist youth or the Westwood youth group. That's right there. And they played the teams. It was phenomenal. The cheerleading squad was great. We did do a little bit of live video feed prior to that where they were announcing all the players that were coming out. So if you got to see that and be a part of that, it's just a great experience. And if you missed out on that, poor shame on you. But Holly, this is how great this program is. When we got there, I said, Holly, where do you want Walker? And Walker was saying, that's my basketball buddy. But they were so overwhelmed with basketball buddies because the Westwood youth group was there as well, not just playing, but also volunteering. They were overwhelmed with volunteers where we got to sit down and just watch the game. So
Kelly, I'm gonna give a special shout out to the person who was behind all that because I got a lot of text alerts, and where I'm on the band app for the Westwood youth group, Mr. Nathan George, him and his wife Brittany really rallied the troops there, and then you got a lot of great kids there. In that picture, you saw Walker Beatty, you saw the Simpson brothers, Luke and Carter, along with their sisters. You have a lot of really athletic kids to begin with there, and then with Nathan encouraging all the kids to come out. It was standing room only in that gymnasium. You could not find the seat. If you got there later, you had to stand up. But they had a lot of young people working in the back of the in running the kitchen there that was serving stuff. They were taking donations for McMinnville special games. So shout out to Nathan George and the Westwood Church of Christ for putting on a great atmosphere for one of their big scrimmages. And so it's going to be exciting. But I want to continue to encourage people to come out to the games and come out, because we can always use as many basketball buddies as possible.
100%. So again, another big thing I want to kind of clarify on, moving on to the next thing, and because I got it right in front of me, is of course, check out our Facebook for an amazing deal going. Oh, check out. Oh, I was like, what is he saying?
Oh no, he's got and we've got a lot of things to talk about Valentine's Day wise coming up in our next segment, because there's so much going on, especially the first Wednesday is coming up in just 2 days, and we've got a big Valentine's Day special.
We do. So stick around if you want to hear all things, everything Valentine's. That's going to be our next segment. So I want to do the follow-up and the finish on this. Guys, this is also going to be in our newspaper this week for the local voice. If you did not see Thursday's episode, we were live at the detention at the elementary, where at 9 a.m. their doors were officially closed because they sold the property to, and I want to make sure I say this correctly, because a lot of people are like, hey, now, what the heck? To the new owners are from the central region of the St. Minna Coptic Orthodox Church. And I wanted to stress, because a lot of things was on chatter and around in our community. I got a ton. I don't know if you, Brian, got a ton of phone calls, but I did, saying, is there any link to other organizations and or nonprofits that we have discussed here on the show? And so, and if you want to buzz right back in, if you don't care, I don't know where you went. Oh, there you go. So with that said, if you want to unmute your mic,
My
just
apologies. Yeah, I'm actually looking up St. Elizabeth's Orthodox Church, or actually, I don't know if it's St. Paul's or St. Elizabeth.
It's neither of those. It's neither of those. It is St. Minna, Mina, Coptic. I can't even say it. Coptic Orthodox Church. Now, with that said, when you look up the Coptic Orthodox Church, that has been linked to other nonprofits and organizations that we have talked about on the show, like ISHA. But I can confirm today, after I've done some research, that these guys are Egyptian Christian group founded by some man in Egypt before the Muslims took over.
Well, here's the deal. You got to know your church history to know about these folks, and they are Christians. Okay, so to know your church history, and guys, I apologize, I'm not the best at it, but I find it extremely interesting, and that's why whenever the sale of the building went down, I felt very useful in being there and being able to explain to our group, our side, these guys are legitimate Christians. Now, it's almost very closer to Catholicism, because a lot of the things they do are ritualistic, like they do in Catholicism, from Eucharist to blessings for babies and baptisms for children, things like this. But this is a real Coptic Christian church. They're just Orthodox, and Orthodox means the original, the way to do it, the normal way to do it. So if you talk about something being unorthodox, that would be an unusual way to do it. So these are the Orthodox Coptic Orthodox Church out of Nashville, and they have purchased the detention to use as a spiritual retreat center, because just like Catholic churches, they have a lot of monastics. And when I say monastics, monks, people who study and they develop their life to study of the Bible and being like a father or some type of squire within the church. And so they have vows of celibacy, vows of poverty. And so this is just one of the things that they're going to use the space at the detention as a retreat center for the people who are in the Coptic church. So this, it's not like we're being invaded by somebody else. These guys have been around for a long time, longer than most of your organized churches around in Morgan County have been. And these guys, they get their establishment from the Apostle Mark. So Mark had it out, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. Well, Mark, the Apostle Mark, went east into into Syria and different places like that, and so that's where they get their order from. So they've been around for a long time. It's just we're not used to seeing people dressed in robes and being of an Assyrian nationality or whatnot. But this is, if you want to find what they're about, this is their Facebook page. We'll scroll through it. They use the Bible, the same Bible that we use. And although they might use the Septuagint, which is the Greek, earlier Greek version of the Bible before the King James version, but they have a lot of ritualistic type things. But it's, if you go into an Orthodox church, it's a lot like a really nice Catholic church. And we'll go to some of these pictures here because these are the pictures. Hey, look at this right here.
Yeah.
This is pictures at the detention, and
that they took. Yes,
this is Father Cyril, and it's Father Paul, but I don't know what the name is.
So there's it's Boutros. That's the one of them in that photo.
Well, that's the gentleman with the whiter beard.
Yes, and then Father, it's a Kyrillos is how he spells his name, and Krylos, I think is how he spells his name. Father Krylos and Father Boutros. Boutros. You got to put that in it. I think is how he did it. But we got to meet them. They seemed very nice. As far as a first impression, guys, they seemed like very welcoming. And here's my thing about when I did this research, because I know, listen, I'm not going to lie. I'm very transparent. As somebody lives in Warren County, when you see these guys with this head to toe black out their spiritual, what's it called? Their garments. Again, it's not, we don't see this all the time in Warren County, and that's okay. But at the same time, when they use this retreat, they're going to be using they're going to be needing our products. So this is going back into the Morrison, Warren County community area. The tax, with the taxes, that's going to be on top of this. So we are going to keep following it. Brian was with us when we were talking to him about coming back on when they do their like an open house to the community. If people would like to come and be a part of it, they had 17 buildings, churches that is in the Nashville area, and they've been looking for a space like this for over 4 years. And so again, I think that this is a great opportunity for Warren County currently. And before we cast judgment, we need to just, do the research like we did over here. Don't jump to conclusions right away, because when we do that, think about the people that you could potentially hurt.
So, yeah. And for a lot of us, we're just not familiar with that.
I'm not, for sure.
That type. But again, in February 2nd, it was, this is right now, they're doing a fast right now.
Mm-hmm.
But this is the Jonas fast schedule, and I imagine that's from it says absence from fish until Thursday. So very, very Catholic, kind of in a lot of regards, very formal worship. And if you notice, most of these pictures are all of men. Now they have women in their churches for sure. And I'll pull up this picture. They even celebrate Christmas. So again. But these are our new neighbors that are coming in, and we need to be welcoming to them. I would much rather be welcoming to them than some other groups that we could have had potentially by this. But thank you. Uh, I'm butchering these names, but the name is for Paul. So Father Paul and Father Cyril, church fathers in their own right. Thank you for them being there. And a good morning to our good friend Derek Coates. He's finally back working in this cold wind. Well, Derek, you stay bundled up because it still is cold out there. Woo.
Oh, yes, it's still. And speaking of weather, let's go back to our weather sponsors, our community weather sponsors, Reddick Brown Ford.
This is Chris Chapin, owner of Reddick Brown Ford, right here in Morrison, Tennessee. In the nursery capital of the world, you need a truck that works as hard as you do. At Reddick Brown Ford, we understand growers, landscapers, and nursery owners because we serve Warren County every single day. From Ford Super Duty trucks to dependable commercial fleet, we help you haul, tow, and grow your business with confidence. Our team also knows your industry, your season, and your bottom line. So when it's time for your next work truck, don't go far from home. Reddick Brown Ford, proud to support the nursery community. Veteran owned and operated right here in Warren County.
All right, guys. Kelly, I don't know if we can hear you. Kelly, are you there?
I'm here.
There you go. Okay. Yeah, it's 36 degrees right now in the Tree City with partly cloudy skies. Tonight it will get down to a low of 30, but tomorrow it's going to have a high of 51. We broke the 50s, but there's going to be.
Yeah, let's get a hand clap for that.
But we're going to have some rain going over from Tuesday night into Wednesday. The high on Wednesday is going to be 39 degrees with a low of 19. So we still got some low temperatures. So make sure that you bring your animals inside because it's still cold, a little too cold for them. But hey, thank you, Reddick Brown, for being our wonderful, wonderful weather sponsor. And hey, good morning to Miss Retha this morning. I hope you. I think she had a birthday here recently, but want to make sure that we remember our viewers. And hey, let me tell you a special birthday shout out that I want to give out today, because one of our young people who's at home today because he's out of school, Mr. Brian Ruiz, who is our 8th grade correspondent, our official 8th grade correspondent for the Warren First Sports and all. It is his birthday today. So I'm excited about that for him, and we want to wish him a very, very happy birthday.
Oh, love it. God bless. Well, guys, this is a great segue because coming up next, I do need it. Well, you know what? We'll just talk about now because the next break I do want to make it cheerful. But this is great news. Our good friend and correspondent here, and I want to pull it up right quick, or Brian, if you can find it while I'm talking about it. Vanessa Miller is going to be talking with one of our good friends, the Tennessee Informer, tonight, Mr. Dave Vance, for part 2 of her segment about with the Isha Foundation. And that's going to be on his show tonight. And I believe that kicks off at, let me see, I think 6 or 7 o'clock.
Yeah, I apologize, Kelly. I'm trying to find it on Dave's personal page.
Well, Isha under scrutiny. What's really going on? Families are now speaking out. Like victims are finally coming out and speaking on behalf to stop this madness. But special guest Vanessa Miller tonight at 7 p.m. Central on the Tennessee Informer. We have it shared on our Facebook page as well. I just can didn't have time to scroll down all the way, but let me see if I can, so you guys can see it. But the Tennessee Informer, this will be her second time. Did you get it? Yeah, there we go. So Dave does an amazing job on talking all things concerning the state of Tennessee. That's why it's called the Tennessee Informer. But this is going to be her part 2, and she has some families that are now ready to speak out. So it's just a great time. And I do also know, before I forget to mention this as well, that this is coming up. A lot of people are like, it's not just the Warren County community that the Isha Foundation affects. This is also, it affects Van Buren County, White County, and Sequatchie County area, because they're all connected. And so I want people, if you are in the Van Buren County area and you're listening, we're trying to help spread the word about is it a nonprofit or is it a private business? And so Van Buren County is having a commissions meeting on February the 23rd at 6 p.m. Because that's the next meeting at the County Administrative Building at 121 Taft Drive in Spencer, Tennessee. There is virtual access vis-a-vis YouTube or Facebook. They do that as well. The key topics in this upcoming meeting is including the property tax reviews, focusing on ISHA's nonprofit exemptions, its infrastructures, and its water service expansion concerns for the yogic city that they're trying to do, and zoning issues as ISHA transitions from an ashram to a city. This is happening, guys. I cannot make this up. So there will have public comments at the meeting. They're limited to 2 to 3 minutes each, and early arrival is recommended so you can sign up to speak. So if you are in the Van Buren County community, this is going to be happening on February the 23rd at 6 p.m.
Kelly.
Okay.
The internet started going out right when you started talking about.
I put it in the window. I apologize. I'm taking it out of the window now. Yeah. Okay. I've took it out of the window back into the shade.
It's just funny how that started happening when you were talking about this topic.
Every time we talk about something hot, Anyhow, what I was saying, if you live in the Van Buren County area and you have concerns or issues with the Isha Foundation and the yogic city that is being built in your county, I do feel like here in Warren County, we have done everything and anything we could locally to handle this situation, because they have now started paying property tax and things like that here, tourism tax, all of it. With that stated, if you live in Van Buren County and you have concerns, you need to get there early. You need to sign up, and you only have 2 to 3 minutes to speak. Because again, the issues that they're going to be talking about in this upcoming commission's meeting is it's including the property tax reviews, focusing on ISHA's nonprofit exemptions, the infrastructures, and the water service expansion concerns for the yogic city that is currently still being built. I don't know why it's not stopped yet. Zoning issues as ISHA transitions from an ashram to a city. This is happening. And if all the counties do not get together and unite, it's going to happen. So I just want everybody to know that. So we need to help spread the word to all the other Van Buren County, Sequatchie County, White County, including still here in the Warren County community area. If you have friends in the Van Buren area, or if you want to go and show up at this meeting, because me and Vanessa are thinking about going ourselves to this meeting, because the more we know, the more we can grow, the more we can protect one another from this potential foundation I'm telling you, we have to work together. I don't know what else more to say.
Yeah. Well,
It's
I
a
don't know that
concern.
there's, that's one of the things is just in letting everybody know that what's going on here is very important for keeping the communities at large and involved. One of the things that you're seeing is that you are seeing some different things where people are actually giving up. Well, when I say people, these organizations are putting more money into the Warren County area, and rightly so. I mean, if you're going to ask for things from the Warren County, but just and take, we need people to give because we've got a lot of issues that need to be met and kept up with. So I'll tell you what, and I will talk about this later, Kelly. Don't let me forget
Mhm.
about Stacy's Wellness Pharmacy. There was one of the things I need to mention about them that they'd like us to report on. But no, seriously, make sure that you catch Vanessa. We've put the link in the chat below where you can catch her tonight on the Tennessee Informer, and make sure that to keep your ear to the ground because we'll have more to talk about on this topic because it just with their expansion, everybody needs to be in the know of what that means because when you talk about 20 to 30,000 people, that shifts the whole dynamic of voting, the whole dynamic of needs from one region, which is McMinnville proper, which is centrally located in the middle of Warren County, to a part of Warren County that is on top of the mountain, kind of away from everything else. Hey, look, it's pretty up there. It's it's a pretty snow. But again, folks, we
So
want to hear
this is
you
a
have.
great way of seeing just a little chunk of what it is. You see all these mountains, guys? They are in 4 counties. 4 counties. So you can kind of see where there's houses to the left, property on the right, property in the back. I was trying to get a better aerial shot, and this is actually from their Facebook page. So you know. And but again, the best way to do your homework, and I say this lightly, is to follow the money. Where does the money go? And everything is open to the public. You can go to the Tennessee property page, type in the Isha Foundation, and you can see all the properties that they own in the state of Tennessee.
Yeah.
You can
Another
see
thing,
all the property.
they're
Oh, go
not.
ahead. Sorry, I was
It's not
going.
like they're helping the Matthew 25 ministries take care of the homeless, or putting money back into Match, or putting money back to uh, the First United Methodist Church and what they're doing, or Home of McMinnville. Uh, it would be good to see that kind of stuff. Now, I will give them credit. Hey, they gave money for kids of the community to help with the playground, and that much needed. But I mean, uh, is it because
Yeah.
we're reporting about them? Is it because we're talking about them now? Again, we say a whole yoga city, the enlightened city. I mean, what's that going to do to Warren County?
So what pictures that you guys don't see is the shopping malls, the potential, the fire department, the police department, the medical center that they're making. And then, of course, if you don't remember that video that we shared about, and actually, I'll go back to it. Hold on one second, because I really think this is very valid. If anybody hasn't seen it, I have to go back to my messenger because that's where I saved it. Was it right here? I think it was. Give me a second, guys. It's a 5-minute video. Yeah. Let me share this with you guys right quick.
But you're asking me this question because the social media is saying I'm doing all kinds of criminal activity. just to make it… because people who know me, they believed it till recently, so now I'm clearing it up. In my whole life and in the life of Isha Foundation, which is nearly 40 years now, there has not been a single criminal case or any case. I've never gone to a court or a police station in my life. But they're making AI pictures where I'm being dragged on the streets by the police.
That's
What
why
do you-
you've gone to court, to preserve your personality
Yes.
rights. Yes.
Because they're using all kinds of devices. This is because, like our people struggling with this, especially in the last 2 years, there's been such a campaign, and even by certain governments, campaigns against us, simply investigations about nothing. What is the investigation? There must be some crime to do investigation, right? No, there's an investigation because you're a spiritual organization. When did this happen? But it's happening in our country. So…
Do you think it's something that is off late, that has come now? It wasn't there earlier, people targeting you? Because right from the beginning, they've spoken, there are people who've said what they had to say.
It's
Is
okay.
it bothering you now?
See, everybody can have their opinion, I have no issue. But I'm saying a government should not have an opinion right or wrong about you. If you're legal, they must leave you alone, right?
I agree
If you
with
don't
that.
break the… if you don't break the law, it's not their business as to what I'm teaching or not teaching. Anyway, this is a funny thing that happened in Tennessee where we're building a whole city.
You're building a city.
Yes, it's a 23,000-acre plot, and we're building a city for 25 to 30,000 people. It's called the Conscious City.
I'm going to pause because I always like saying this.
Yeah.
They told us that they only, in one of those recent county commissioner meetings, if y'all remember, they said that they only owned 3,000, 5,000 acres of land. And he just stated that they own the Isha Foundation in the Tennessee area, which this is a total of 4 counties, 23 acres of land, 23,000 acres of land. And then if you also recall that they sent out that, rebuttal that they were only bringing anything from 1,500 to 3,000 new residents in the Warren County community, right? Now he's stating that out of the 4 counties, they are hoping to have anything from how many, Brian, did he say?
20 to 30, 25 to 30,000 folks. That's a lot of people. That's almost the size of the entire Warren County area.
This should be alarming. This should be concerning, guys. Continuing on. Here we go.
It's part of the Conscious Planet movement that we've launched. So, there are also some campaigns going on in the… it's a very, ultra-religious region. We're in rural Tennessee, very hardcore religious thing, so some campaigns going on and all this. This is an environment-friendly city. Out of 23,000 acres, we have committed 70% to conservation and only 30% we are building for people who want to live in a conducive atmosphere like that. These are all families with children and works. Already 800 people are living there, others will come slowly. And we are also building business offices where people can work off-site or they can make full-time offices there. We are now working on building a data center there. So this is
Again, guys, on one of their, in one of the areas on the mountain, and I don't know if it's on the McMinnville side or what at this point, but they have close to almost $15 million that is a non-taxed buildings. So is this data center going to be a nonprofit now? Just a little enlightening there. Continuing on.
living place where everybody can transact. So these people said this, that, this is a new religion they're bringing. I said, there's no such problem. You're all church going. I'll give you land inside the ashram. You want to build a church, build it. If you talk sense, our people will listen. If you talk nonsense, they'll get up and leave. If you're ready for that, build a church, I'm okay. I'm not threatened by whatever nonsense you do. You do it. So anyway, I'll tell you a funny thing that happened. Because in the local social media, they were doing some obscene things and saying, we're doing this, we're doing that, and all kinds of things. Essentially, they think we're Muslims. This is the
But you're
problem.
Muslims.
Yeah.
Have they not seen some? Okay.
No, no,
Go
the
ahead.
thing is,
Hey,
if you
time
don't
out.
belong to the…
Hey, Kelly, stop that just for a second.
I did.
So, guys, they're insulting our intelligence by saying we think they're Muslims. Obviously, they don't think that we're very smart to begin with, especially belittling our religions that we have here and established religions. He's making light of them by saying, "Oh, they can build a church here if they want to build a church here." If you've heard Sadhguru in other settings, he does not believe in God in the sense that the Christian God of that Jesus is, and he makes in several places where he and I'll go ahead and say he quotes or his quote is that he would call God a fool because if he ever met God, because he is the true enlightened one. He says this, he said this in many speeches. You can go find it on the internet. But again, them making fun of us for thinking that there are probably some people who think that, when they see folks, just like we talked about the Coptic Christians earlier, when you see these people, you're not used to seeing them. But again, this is one of the things that we, with his laughing, and kind of mockery of the local face, this is what he's doing.
Well,
Sorry,
look,
just had to throw
no,
that in.
with that said, I want to share this tab with you guys to what Brian's point is, and this is off a fan page of Sadhguru. And just listen to what it's saying at the beginning as you.
I've been trying to convince the world what's happening in your mind is just trash. No, Sadhguru, I'm thinking about God, that is also trash. Maybe. Because in your mind, God cannot come, devil cannot come, angels cannot come, only thoughts come. But you don't need to think to explore something new. You don't need to think to become enlightened. Because what will you think? You will only think the past data which is hidden in your head.
So again, that's just one of a million photos that he has shared and posted across all social media markets. But to go back to finish up, because I do think, correct, they did tell the county that they were a mix, correct.
And listen, no one's denying that, but again, this
the way he's talking to this group, the India Today, the show that I'm sharing with you guys is from India Today.
Thank you,
and it's
Megan.
just a 5-minute clip of his interview, but the way his demeanor is, the way he is kind of blowing it off, ha ha ha. He knows how to talk to people. He knows how to manipulate a situation. He knows how to make. He just not like like a car salesman. He knows. He's a great speaker. He knows. So to finish up his little interview, I want to just finish it up. It's almost done. I apologize.
The hardcore community that is there, first thing is they will say you are doing some weird gods and stuff like that. Or they will say you're Muslim. And we invited all of them because in Tennessee, fresh baked biscuits and tea are a big deal. That's a Tennessee specialty. So we baked biscuits, made country music for them and invited all the local people, the prominent people in the local society. These are small counties with 10,000–15,000 populations, all right? One county with 18,000 population, all the prominent people, city officers, everybody. They all came to our meditation hall. It's the largest meditation hall in the Western Hemisphere. It's a single dome without columns. It's a unique dome like that. They came in, there is nothing here, empty, no gods. Then they went back and said, these are communists, they're godless people. So I'm saying for
You should have just said, I
everything,
once was, I'm no longer.
Gotta pause there. He's talking about when our local county and city officials were invited up recently in November.
Kelly, I'm gonna jump on this because he's talking about the how much, or how many people are here. I'm going to throw up this. This is from the U.S. Census Bureau, and this is the population of Warren County, Tennessee. I'm going to throw this up just for a second, guys. Right here, we're at 40,953. That's the population of Warren County, Tennessee. If you had 30,000 people living up on the mountain, and I'll show you how. This is how you can look at it. Right, almost 41,000 people in Warren County. If you go over to just what McMinnville City is right now, McMinnville City is 13,788. That plays a huge role. McMinnville is so vital to Warren County. But if you took something and tripled it and put it up there, that would change the dynamic of the whole county. Everything that you knew about McMinnville will be totally different, from where you eat to what services are provided. Everything would change with that. And so that's how important this whole thing is when he says that this is what's going on. This is what we're doing. This is what our plans are. So just wanted to let folks know that's a huge change in what you know now in Warren County.
All right, wrapping it up. It's at the end.
So all this was happening, and our people, I did not go, so our people there who managed the situation there, they went to meet the governor. Because the governor is wanting to put us on the tourism map because we are one of the most favored places to come to in Tennessee right now.
So that it ended with talking about our governor. This is just a quick reel that was talking about specifically us in Tennessee. And yes, when you go to the tourism page, Governor Bill Lee put them on the map of tourist attractions. He did. So again, if you have concerns, if you have questions, you've got to talk to your local, state, and federal officials. I say this all the time.
And I want to throw out this caveat and let people understand that we don't hate any of these people. There's no hate. But when they got the ball rolling by asking our county for resources,
The infrastructures, the tax, yes. Just like this meeting for Van Buren's coming up, this is the same thing that happened to us.
For water and electricity and things like that, for our people, our taxpayers, and again, we don't necessarily know that they're paying their fair share of tax. We don't really know exactly how many people are coming through there. No one is saying, hey, look at the revenues, because if they're supposed to pay any kind of tax to Warren County, well, you guys should be seeing it. You should be seeing, hey, if Isha's making a bunch of money up there, then it should rightly help Warren County. And guys, I don't know that we're seeing that. No one has said, hey, have you noticed our tourism dollars have gone up? And you tell me if you've seen it. Let us know. It's our podcast together. We need to help each other out. But if you're like me and not seeing these things, it makes you want to question. And that's all we're doing is questioning. Hey, where is the money going? Because we're not seeing it here. I mean, they're not really, setting up a homeless shelter or helping out our homeless. But they want millions of dollars of taxpayer money to fund things like electricity bills, water treatment, all
the utilities.
Yes.
So again, I just say, guys, do your homework like we have here at Warren First. If you want to know more information about that, I'm welcome to email you. everything that we've done, and then some about that organization, and then more. And it just, again, is the Isha Foundation truly a nonprofit, or is it a private business? So, but tonight, make sure you check out and see our girl, Vanessa Miller, talking to Dave Vance, the Tennessee Informer, tonight at 7 o'clock, talking about part 2 about some things. It's going to be a good one. I cannot wait to go and watch it myself. We're going to be right back from a word from our sponsors. And when we get back, we're going to talk all things happy about Valentine's Day and more. So remember, Warren County, keep it first.
601 Beersheba Highway, McMinnville, or give them a call at 474-1776. At Our Coffee, we pour love into every cup of coffee we serve. Welcome to Our Coffee Drive-Thru, located at 601 Beersheba Highway, McMinnville.
Don't know what to eat? Have you tried Cumberland Biscuit Company or Topz Frozen Yogurt and Metro Deli? Down on Main, you can enjoy pizzas and sandwiches, weekly combo specials, soups, salads, and finish it up with Topz Frozen Treats. On the weekends, check out Cumberland Biscuit Company's unique dishes like the Twisted Goat Burger or the Bambushka Burger. For lunch or dinner, get the experience of going out of town right here in McMinnville, down on Main. Follow Topz and Cumberland Biscuit Company on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
When you need help with your medical needs, who are you going to call? At Stacy's Wellness Pharmacy, you're not just a number, you're a part of our community. When you call Stacy's Wellness Pharmacy, you'll get a live person to help answer your medical questions. In a hurry? Try our convenient drive-thru. Not able to get out? We offer free delivery within the city limits. Stacy specializes in Mr. Stewart's over-the-counter and prescription cough syrups. Need to transfer your prescriptions? It's no trouble to transfer to Stacy's, where people care and wellness matters. Stacy's Wellness Pharmacy is located at 485 North Chancery Street, or give them a call at 474-0600.
Craving the best barbecue in the South? Look no further than Prater's Barbecue in Morrison. Whether you're dining in, sandwiches,
on there. My bad, y'all. That was like a combo commercial right there. Guys, welcome back to Warren First 931. I'm your host of the show, Kelly Walker Slaughter, alongside my good friend and co-host.
Let me pull back up there. Hey guys, it's Brian from up north, and thank you for joining us on this cold day with the schools let out and everything. And old Santa here has got a little cold or something going on. Don't want to give it to Kelly. Hopefully I'm in the home stretch of this, but thank you for joining us today. It's been an exciting show. Thank you for Jessica Hartman for being on earlier. I hate that I wasn't there to get to see her. But she's planning on doing these health walks, and so that's exciting. And then we have so much more. This last weekend we had a bunch of stuff that went on with the James Taylor concert that went on, and we're going to have some more exciting stuff coming on. So hopefully we'll get Mr. Joe Harvey on this week to talk more about the exciting shows that are coming up, especially with this bluegrass thing that they've got going on. That looks really exciting, but we've got a lot to talk about today. Kelly, what are we talking about next?
So, of course, Valentine's Day is knocking on a lot of people's doors. First and foremost, I know I'm excited about this week because me and the big thing is Galentine's, but I'm still going to share this right now while y'all can see it. But Baron Fork Brews is doing a Galentine's event every Wednesday of the month of February, and they're going to do pottery, painting classes, and eating like appetizers. And this weekend, which I do want to like go back. Oh, hold on a second. I want to make sure I give you the right one. I just want their social media. Whoop. Okay, so going to it, I was trying to see, they posted it. So yeah, so right here, we can't wait to spend our Wednesday nights with you. February 4th is completely booked. That's with me. The 11th is filling quickly. The following 2 weeks have several openings, so secure your spot now. So essentially, this is a little bit of the appetizers that they're going to be showcasing that night, as well as, I want to see, because I thought they posted it. So you're either doing a pottery art class or a painting class. And I was trying to see which one. I thought it had it on here. What's what? I think they said we were doing a painting class. And I know your girl is going like, Kelly, slow down. No, I cannot. Let's see. I thought we were going to paint this guy right here. Yeah. See, it says we use this adorable inspiration for our third week canvas painting class. February 4th is currently filled. So, yeah. So, if I'm correct, don't count me on it, guys. But if I'm correct, oh, Brian. God love you. Hey, Cody. Oh, well, thank you. My husband did the same thing. Right here, I wanted to add his age.
There you go.
Not, we will be, me and my Galentine sweethearts are going to be painting this on Wednesday night. And I am ecstatic. I am excited. I cannot wait to do this class. But that's just one of many places that has something going on. Another one that's dear to our hearts, of course, we talked to Junior at Jay's Restaurant. They have a mix or match special that is also going on for 2 half rack of ribs and or a ribeye steak for $42.99, or you can get 2 ribeyes for $49.99. Not a bad deal, guys.
No, not at all.
What flavor is it? Oh, the cotton candy. Sorry, Cody came and brought me a beverage. Apologies.
Oh, that looks great.
Yes, it's delicious. Let's see. Oh, yeah. It tastes like the gum. That's
Kelly,
delicious.
what kind is it?
It's cotton candy.
Oh, yeah, but hold the drink up to the camera here. We'll get you back on. All right,
This is Alania. If no one knows what an Alania energy drink is, you should. They're delicious. I know Miss Tina from Our Coffee utilizes these a lot. Another one of our amazing sponsors. Guys, make sure you check out all the amazing deals and stuff going on this month long, because it is the month of February, which means Valentine's Day dinners galore, specials galore, dinner for twos galore. But we want to shine some love to Baron Fork Brews. Get your Valentine's Day booked.
And if you can't do it, go ahead and at least get a gift certificate. I mean, a lot of, I'll tell you, one of the ones that I'm looking forward to is I love to take care of my ladies, and they love to go to Wink. So I go ahead and get, for Christmas and birthdays and stuff, I just go ahead and get a gift certificate to Wink. I'm sure Miss Tina let us know correctly or not. I don't know if they do gift certificates, but my wife and the ladies that I serve, they love getting their coffee. I mean, so getting a gift certificate for our good friends over at the Our Coffee, Miss Tina, I'm sure that they would take care of you for that. Another thing, Kelly, and I don't know if you know this, but today is with all the different national days. You know, Pakistani Phil on February 2nd gets his big thing, but it's National Tater Tot Day today. So if you're low key and you've got a hubby or somebody that you want to take care of, I'm sure that they would appreciate a gift card from Sonic for Valentine's Day. Now, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, I love Sonic to death, but I would not take my date out to Sonic unless they really, really wanted a smash burger. Until then,
God. Oh my
gosh. Let's see what Miss Retha said. Yes, she does. My son and daughter-in-law got me one for my birthday. Well, thank you, Miss Tina, for hooking up Miss Retha on that, because you can't go wrong with a gift certificate to Our Coffee. You never know when you're going to need one of her. Like today, I need one of those medicine ball concoctions.
Yes,
I'm so right here.
Yeah.
But no, thank you, Miss Retha, for chiming in on that. And that really helps out. So if you want to get a package going, I say Wink. I say some coffee from our Miss Tina at Our Coffee. What else would it be a good Valentine's Day gift, Kelly?
I always like the homemade gifts where they do the homemade cards with the kids and stuff, you know.
Uh-huh.
I like the homemade coupons where you get a free hug, you know, use anytime. I love those things. I am not a big flower person. And in general, I am not a Valentine's Day person at all. I despise this holiday. It's not my favorite. I do not care to tell people that. But if you had to give somebody something, just think of what their interests are, what they like to do, what they like to eat. Or just, you know, my other thing being a mom and having to clean house all the time, I always suggest like a mom's day out where when she comes home, the house is spotless for at least 24 hours. I'm not asking much. But when I clean the house, it takes less than once I clean house, it might stay that way for 2.5 hours, if that. Because all I want to do is prop my feet up. But I wouldn't mind, you know, a clean house and like a little some R&R. Heck, I would even put this out. I would love to go on a vacation and like a little 3-day 2-night, 3-day getaway somewhere.
Well, you know, we've got a good friend
We do.
at Wanderlust Travel. Yeah, that could make that happen.
They can. Wanderlust Travel Boutique Company, Samantha Petit and Kaylee do an amazing job hooking up people on vacations and such. So if you are out there looking to get some vacation in anytime this year or even next year for that matter, make sure you book it with them. They're amazing at what they do. What'd you do?
No, my nose became unblocked. I can somewhat breathe through my nose now.
You're
Thank
welcome on that trip.
Yeah. Yes. At least I'm not drying out, which has really been my big problem here the last few days. So, speaking of things, I stopped by Stacy's Wellness Pharmacy the other day, and they don't have any humidifiers, but they got all kinds of other things. And one of the things that if you have dry feet or if you have diabetic feet, some good diabetic socks would be great for you. Swing by Stacy's. They got an assortment of different diabetic socks. And one of the things that Stacy let me know is because of their insurance going up, they're no longer offering free delivery. So there's a $5 surcharge to the delivery just because all their insurance has gone up for that. So we wanted to make the community aware that Stacy's is no longer offering free delivery to their pharmacy customers. And he said to the majority of them, they understand and they still appreciate the service of getting their medications delivered to their house, but it's no longer a free service if you're in the McMinnville area.
Okay. Well, we're going to take another quick break from a word from our sponsors, but when we get back, more things to come. And remember, Warren County, keep it first.
Farm to table experience all year long. We offer gluten-free, dairy-free, guilt-free goodness that will leave you feeling energized and satisfied with every bite. Our small batch from scratch menu bursts with juice, shots, smoothies, soups, wraps, and sandwiches, and more prepared daily to give you all the nutrients your body craves. We never add powder, sugars, or anything you can't pronounce, so don't miss out on this delicious, healthy opportunity. Swing by and indulge in some wholesome goodness today at 110 East Main Street, McMinnville, Tennessee.
Community Network Productions takes you inside each community with local interest stories, local music artists, and information.
With each show, the focus is the people and our beautiful community. With our creative team, we customize unique show ideas with our friends in the community. Our focus is you.
See each of our shows on all social media, including Facebook, Instagram, and at our website at www.communitytvtn.com.
Welcome back, Warren First 931. I'm your host of the show, Kelly Walker Slaughter.
I apologize. I'm taking myself off mute because I don't want you to hear me breathing. Brian the mouth breather this week. But no, I'm Brian Carm, your neighbor up north. So grateful to be on today and get to see you wonderful people and get to hear from you. We've had an exciting show already today. We've talked about a shooting. We've talked about a fire. We've talked about Isha. We've talked about Valentine's Day or better yet, Galentine's Day that's coming up. We've made reference to the big game coming up this weekend. And we want to know your predictions on who you think is going to win this big game. Let us know. We might have to put a poll on the Facebook and socials and let folks, see what the good people of Tree City are thinking about. Who do you think is going to wind up winning? And Kelly, I did not even notice your sweatshirt until now. Nate Bergatz, the Tennessee kid. Yay!
I got to see him when he was in Nashville last year at the end of his tour. I never knew who this guy was, and my best friend Amanda said, "Hey, I have an extra ticket to see Nate. Would you like to go?" And I was like, "Listen, I don't even know who the guy looks like or watched his. I didn't even see his Netflix special at the time." And she was like, "Would you go with me?" And I sure did. And I have now became one of his another fan of Nate. Bergatsky. It's hard to say his last name for me, but he is so funny. He is. He's at my level of comedy right now in my life's time of my age group. So he's a family man. And by the way, all his jokes are clean.
Kelly,
it's a family friendly show.
Can we give him a sample of Nate Bergatz?
Sure.
If I pull something up, can we give the folks a little taste of Nate Bergatz?
100%.
Let's see if I can add this to stage. All right, we're gonna give you a little taste if you don't know who he is.
My mom did my dad's laundry growing up, so I thought all wives do husband's laundry, and I've always done my own. And to be honest, I felt it had been forgotten about over these past 17 years. The sacrifice I was making that other husbands didn't have to make. One day, I was like driving home, and it popped in my head, and I was like, all right, I'll bring that up. I mean, I didn't bring it up that day, I was like, I'm sure there will be a time where we'll be in some fight, I'll be losing this fight, and then I just come, I'm like, I do my own laundry. She's like, fight's over. You win, I forgot how good I got it. My mom did my dad's laundry growing up, so I thought all wives do husband.
That's old Nate Bergatz, and I tell you what, he is one of my favorites, to say the least. He's a good one. And his dad is a comedian, too. While I've got it up here, we've got a magician on top of everything. But so Nate grew up in Tennessee. But that's one of the real cool things about him is that, and his moniker, or one of his nicknames, is the Tennessee Kid. But he talks a lot about family life. But he grew up just up the road, just north of Nashville. And I tell you what, Shirley Hyder says, he's so funny. Yes, he is extremely funny. And again, since we're talking about comedians, I want to throw this out. We have our very own Dusty Slay, who is a resident of Warren County, and we need to get him on the show. We need to have National Dusty Slay Day and give him the key to the city. That would be a wonderful thing. Just throwing that out there. Sometimes when you speak blessing into the world, it does come about. So we'll see.
I agree, Brian. I agree. Now, guys, it's 22 and we gotta start wrapping it up here. There's so much more we can talk about. Is there anything else? I know you had the Sonic stuff pulled up. Is there anything else you want to drop out there before we do our word of prayer today?
No, I tell you what, let's look at the Dow Jones Industrial Average because it has been varying up. But right now, and I'll just go ahead and throw this on the screen so everybody can see, we and Stacey, sorry, we're not doing the same thing. One more time. There we go. We're at 49,315 on the Dow Jones Industrial Average. It has been up and down, but a lot of this stuff, it is back up now. And guys, with it moving as high as it is today, there's a good chance we can have an all-time high. But the economy looks to be doing pretty good. Everything's kind of balanced out in a lot of things now. Expendable income for most middle-class families is not where we're at. But, hey, we're excited because with the Dow Jones Industrial Average being strong, that means that if you have retirement funds, most of that is in the Dow Jones Industrials, which means that it's in the stock market. So if the top stocks are doing well, your investments are doing well. But hey, if you want to know more about investments, if you want to know more about home loans, car loans, any type of loans, go see our good friends at Track Citizens Bank, Track County Citizens Bank. And if you look right behind Kelly, it's over her right shoulder. That's where you need to go. You go see our good friends, Miss Carla Savage or Mr. Shane Brock or any of the wonderful tellers or any of the folks in there. They'll make sure and they'll bend over backwards to give you the customer service because you are not just a number. You are a part of this community.
That's right. Well, guys, it has been a blessing hanging out with you today here at Topz Frozen Yogurt in Metro Deli. And I want to say thanks again to Brian Carr for reporting from home, keeping us safe from germies. But we do have a few prayer requests. Of course, we got the Shirley cattle flu.
Catafoo.
Okay. We got Brian on there as well. We got the person that was involved in the shooting, and of course the victim that had the gun, Homeland Community Bank out in Morrison. We got the unspoken prayer list as well. Is there anybody else out there that we need to send out some love to? I was trying
Kelly,
to double.
If you'll pray for those that have lost loved ones here recently, we've had a lot of people going through the obituaries this past weekend and seeing just all the families that have been affected by recent deaths. We want to keep those folks in our prayers.
Yeah.
Hey, look, hey, let's pray for the folks. Let's pray for Vanessa tonight with her show. So we'll pray that we get some good insight and understanding. Guys, we hope to give you the best information from talking about things that we're not necessarily trained to talk about, like Coptic Christians and, even the Bhagavad Gita for folks at Isha. We do the best that we can. But the thing is we're trying to open up a dialogue. But the best thing that we can do is pray for each other.
Mm-hmm. That's for sure. And when you have a whole group of praying for each other, God listens. Always been told, God listens. So if you can, bow with me and we will do our word of prayer today. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this day that you've given us. Please be with us throughout the week, God. Be with those that are just, facing a lot of turmoil and devastation right now, God. Be with those that we have lost so many loved ones in this past month of January, just the beginning of the year, Lord. Be with all those folks that have lost those loved ones and give them the peace and comfort that they need, and knowing that their loved one is with you, God, and they're at peace right now, God. Please be with Vanessa Miller tonight as she is back on the show with Mr. Dave Vance, the Tennessee Informer. Give her the words, the wisdom, and all the knowledge, God, that she needs tonight. And please be with everybody out there that if they need this information, please get their mindset to gravitate towards tonight's podcast with the Tennessee Informer so they can hear this information. So, because the more we know, the more we can grow, God. And please put a hedge of protection over her, as we know that topics like this is not the easiest at times. And we just want you to be over her, protect her, Lord, as she's going talking about this tonight. Be with Homeland Community Bank at the Morrison branch, God. We are just, there's two things I want to say that we are so fortunate and blessed that there was no physical harm to any human over the weekend in that fire that happened, God. But we know that there was physical damage to the building, and we just hope and pray that Homeland Community Bank in the Morrison area can get up and running as soon as possible, God, because we know there was so much business that was being done in that community. As well as over the weekend, be with the person, the victim and the shooter in this weekend's shooting, God. Please, I hope that there were, whatever the case may be, that they find you, they gravitate towards you in this situation, and that they find some peace and comfort and find the path that they need to really be on, God. Be with Brian Carr as he is healing with his illness, God, as he's on the mend. We want him back here on the show in physical form, where I can give that man a hug, God. And also please be with Miss Shirley as she is going through her things with the hospital. They just want her to come back home, God. We know that. And then, of course, last but definitely not least, we need to be in prayer for all the unspoken prayers, God. The people that don't maybe feel comfortable to come out and say what they need, God. Be with those folks and give them the courage and the strength that they know that if there is ever a time in need that somebody needs to pray for them, if the time is now, God. Don't, there's all these excuses we can throw at the world and the world throws at us. But again, knowledge over noise, God. Just declutter that noise, mute the noise, and find a clear path to what we really are truly needing, God. And be with us here at Warren First as we try to preach the truth, the transparency to the communities, God, that listen, to the people that listen to us, and let each and every one of our listeners know, God, that all we want is to protect and to inform our community of what we think is best, and things of that nature. And with that said, we want to say many blessings to all the Warren County and surrounding communities, our whole nation, God, that they have a great week, and that you protect them and guide them, and remind everybody that you have to do things in the eyes of the Lord. You have to give it to God, as I say, when we do the things that we do here and as we're walking this planet. But in your name, amen.
Amen.
And of course, our prayer is always sponsored by Living Word Fellowship. If you have not checked out our live feed that we shared on our social media outlets, please watch that. If you do not have a home church or you can't get out to your church, go and watch the live feeds that they put out there. It's a nice little source to have. We want to say thanks to everybody that listened to the show today. Miss Tina, sending love and prayers to everyone this morning, especially the people in Nashville. Sydney, Alabama is correct. There's still people out there with no power in the Nashville area. So our thoughts and prayer go out to everybody this morning. Take care. God bless. Enjoy the rest of your day. And remember, Warren County, keep it first. Bye, guys.